First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man.
New week, new episode, same bros. Man.
I was about to say, bro.
Favorite pod, man. It's the 3-Man Weave podcast. It's your boy Buchanan. I got my two bros with me, and we here to chop it up with y'all for a brand new week, man. It's episode 216, which means we've been grinding for a minute. So,
Absolutely.
That 216. Shout out to Cleveland.
Strap the seatbelt on. You know what I mean? And let's get it cracking. Who I got with me?
Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Hill. And Hill go here regardless, baby. Let's
You
get
already know
it.
what it is. You got your boy AJ. I'm on that bullshit. So I'm on that bullshit. If you know what I mean.
I don't
Yeah,
know
got me a
that.
little bit more. Got me just a little bit more. And this shit been sitting for quite some time. So this might
man.
get a
That's
little
getting
bit
scared.
fun towards the end
Alright.
of this thing.
Okay.
Hey, y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. That's also where you can get your apparel. As you can see, I have mine on tonight. Like I say, podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Let's get it. Hey, and I know a couple weeks we were supposed to do I should do. But we getting right into it. You know what time it is. It's Dame time, baby. It's Dame time. It's Dame. And you got the joint. We got the we got everything we need.
Yeah, you know.
All right. We getting right into it. You know, so I'm a quarterback this thing because I think I got some things I need to say.
Go ahead.
To both of
off
y'all.
the chest, man.
Before let me set it up. Also, like I said, if you do not know, Damian Lillard was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, not the Miami Heat. Once again, he was traded to Milwaukee Bucks, not the Miami Heat. And before we get started, I want to commend both of you brothers. I let my fandom, because Dame is my second favorite player in the league, I let my fandom get to it when it came to the logic, and I stated it. I said I want him to get what he wants. We seen other players request a trade and say, "Hey, look, this is where I want to go. I don't care about nothing. This is where I want to go. Send me there." And for some reason, it happens, you know. And Cannon was like, "Look, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about no requests. I don't care about none of that. You go where we tell you to go." You know. So, and AJ was saying he echoed the same things. Like I said, it was consistent on when other people request trades, you all were consistent with that. You say, "Hey, listen, we do not care about your request. It is a request." You know. But at the end of the day, they did do him a good faith deal. Let me say that. Because they just didn't send him to somewhere to rot. They sent him to another contender, and like I said, it may not have been Miami, but you went to another place where you can get a championship. And the ultimate goal for you that you've been stating, Dame, is that you want to win. So they did that. They did what the best deal for them, as y'all can see on the screen. They did the best deal that they thought for them. Now, Cannon, I wanted to start off with you, my brother. Now, you were very adamant. I don't want Tyler Hero or none of that stuff that y'all are offering. They even did one of your moves. They said, "Hey, I want Bam or Jimmy." So that let the Heat know that y'all really don't want to make no deal.
Yeah, fact.
But they did get Aiden in this deal. Was that enough for you? Not the Blazers. I'm talking to Cannon, the GM, as that. Was that enough?
I think everybody. I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun, but I think that this trade works for everybody. And I think that's I think that's more than Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? And Duncan Robinson, if that was the package. So it's like they get more. Yeah, the Suns get more. I hope I'm not jumping the gun once again. And the Bucks get their guy. And I just want to say I'm happy for Jimmy, man. I mean, not Jimmy. I'm sad for Jimmy.
I'm about to say we sad for Jimmy, and we gonna get to the Heat at the end. But God damn.
What was on Instagram like?
He was going through it. Boy. It was like a heartbreak. He was like Irv Gotti when he see Nelly. When he see cut your grandma. Go ahead,
oh man. But nah, I'm happy for Dame, man. And I'm also happy for Giannis because and Chris Middleton because they were able to do it in-house. You feel me? They was able to get that chip in-house without bringing in that star. And now it's like, you know what? The league is full of star-filled teams. Like either you get left behind. So it's like, you know what? I think it's perfect timing. And I think these stars mesh well. I think that Dame and Giannis will mesh well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm excited to see it, honestly.
So for me, it's like one of those things.
Stay with the Bucks. Stay with the Bucks, my brother.
Stay with the Bucks?
Yeah.
I was staying with the Blazers. So we doing the Bucks first.
Yeah, let's stay with the Bucks right now.
Okay. So right now for the Bucks, I think this is really what the Bucks needed because first time Giannis start talking about his future and all of that stuff. You went out and got him Drew Holiday to add to that roster. They went out, won a championship. It's coming time again for him to re-up, and he start talking about his future and what he want, and we need to be aligned. And they say, all right, Bucket, we gonna go get you. We got you Drew last time. Oh, we gonna get you Dame time this time. So to me, it's just like this is like James Harden, but with somebody who actually gonna put in the work once you get him. You know what I mean? Like Morey was giving James Harden everything he wanted, but then it was just like, oh, this shit ain't working. Giannis, I know Giannis gonna come to work. I know Dame gonna come to work. I know Chris Middleton gonna come to work. Bobby Porter's ready to fight somebody right now.
Right now.
Yeah, you know I mean, Pat Connaughton, he out there on his white man can't jump. So like, I really feel like
he here though.
Nah, Pat here, man.
I feel like man, for the Bucks, what can you like? What other move was out there for them to make that could have topped this?
And
nothing.
And I'm glad that you said it because Ken started to allude to it, but the way I felt for it, like it's one of those moves, like say Giannis did put the pressure on his organization. You know what I'm saying? He put the pressure. Like, listen, what y'all gonna do? Extension what? Like, say I could be up out of here, and then what? Like, I need the requisite pieces to continue for championship, compete for championships. And they said, okay, cool. They felt the threat, and they adhered to the threat. You know, they went and got him. You know, somebody that he would love to play with.
Good thing they don't have a franchise tag.
What happened?
I said, good thing they don't have a franchise tag.
My thing about this is it didn't change anything for this team, though, to be quite honest. This team was a contender regardless. Absolutely. Like previously constructed. Because they had Giannis, everybody would have had them as the top 3 team in the East and considered them a contender. What it does is it makes it different. And different could also be better. But it doesn't necessarily guarantee it's going to be better. But it was time for some change. After they won the championship, what happened to the next year in the playoffs? Middleton gets hurt. And they end up losing the series to the Celtics. Everybody say, oh, if Middleton was healthy, maybe things would be changed. Look about the playoffs last year. Giannis get hurt. They lose in the first round. You can say, okay, run it back and hope. But how many times have matter of fact, y'all have come up here and say, hey, man, your window may be closing. Your window is closed. It's time to do something different.
Yeah, and that's why I've always been a proponent of just running it back doesn't always mean you go, get to the expectation that you have. Because if you stay stagnant and everyone else is making moves, you can get passed up in that
Absolutely.
mindset that, oh, we are a championship contender. But you have some people who were on the cusp making moves to become a championship contender. So sometimes running it back isn't always good. And I think what this move for Dame does that, having Drew didn't do is it allows, if a Middleton or if a Giannis were to go down, you have someone who can supplement their scoring and put this shit on their back just in case. And Dame can do that. So if you need, what you lose in defense from Drew, you gain in the ability to go out and put 50 up in Dame. You know what I mean? Dame can do that, and they can put out a defensive plan to help Dame and do all of that. But healthy, all three of these dudes healthy with the rest of that lineup, it's going to be very, very dangerous for them, for their ability to score. Having someone who can, space the floor with Giannis, you could damn near have Giannis running that point forward, and you can have Dame move without the ball, and that be dangerous. You can have Chris Middleton and Dame moving without the ball, or you can have Dame with the ball and Chris Middleton and Giannis moving around and slicing, and it just adds an offensive threat that they did not have and can make them extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I think the fact that, like I said, it's a different. They're going to use something. They're going to take a step back defensively because Drew is one of the best perimeter guard defenders in the league.
All right, Mr. Hiliagi.
Yeah, you see, I got it too. First try too. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Wax on, wax off. But Middleton. That's what his claim to fame. That's how he got to the league was being a 3-and-D defender.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, like I said, the scoring prowess doesn't have to be so much on his shoulders as it once was.
And now you can allow him to focus on defense. He
can focus on being a defense. Because like I said, we know what Dame can give you, you know what I'm saying, offensively. And like I said, the 2-man game with him and Giannis, that's going to be a sight to see because
it's going to be so unfair.
The year that he had with Chauncey kind of unlocked some of his playmaking ability that he definitely never showed before.
Yeah.
So pure point guard skills or pure, playing the pure point other than just being a scoring guard, he enhanced some skills playing under Chauncey.
Definitely. And to your point, he has maybe the best pick and roll piece now. Now that he done unlocked it, he got he got a guy who can pick and roll, pick and pop. He can be the roller. You know what I mean? Dame can now because Giannis can handle the rock. So it's like now, imagine Dame coming off a pick and pop wide open. That's knocked down. Or you trying to close out late, blow by you. You see what I'm saying? What Giannis as the ball handler, Dame going on a wing slasher, I can now open right back to Giannis coming out. It's gonna be scary, bro. So it's like it's a lot of options with both of them being able to have the IQ that they have, being able to ball handle like they have, and then they still have Middleton. For me, though, this whole thing, y'all know I'm a big health guy. This whole thing is gonna come down to Middleton. The last 2 years have been rocky for him health-wise. So he's gonna be key for this whole thing to work. Like you said, Hill. And AJ, that Dame can shoulder that load in the times of need, but I don't think he can shoulder it the whole time. So it's like gonna need some good health for this thing to come to fruition.
Also, looking at this roster, I know we're about to move on to the Suns aspect of it, but they lost some depth.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing about it, they didn't have depth.
Yeah.
Like they really didn't have depth on this team to begin with.
They hurt them last year.
But losing your star is gonna hurt regardless. That's the key component. But I'm looking at their roster and it's just like you got Malik Beasley. Maybe I know it didn't work out for the Lakers, but we do know that he can shoot. And in that system or playing with the Giannis, spotting up will be very key. Like I said, he can play alongside.
Spot up. Like he was struggling with doing the one thing that he does well.
I know, but sometimes it's different. It's going to be way easier playing in Milwaukee than it is in them bright lights in LA.
We've seen this bright lights now.
Yeah, them lights. It's a different light.
It's different. But
then you gonna get a kick out. Maybe they can figure out what to do with Crowder.
He's still here, baby. Like I was trying to say.
It was funny, but when they traded for him, he was getting a lot of DNPs. He didn't even play.
Yeah, I mean,
So
hey,
that was with the previous coach. Like I said, maybe they're gonna have to figure out something because, like I
They
said,
better.
they're going to
Yeah.
they're gonna need his depth, you know. But I'm pretty sure, you know, it's a few free agents still left out there that can contribute. So maybe, you know, they can pick them up now, some vet minimums, and get, you know, fill out this roster. But at the end of the day, they still a contender.
yeah.
So let's pull back up these trade details. Let's go to the Suns aspect of this. And if anybody know, I mean, AJ just hates DeAndre Ayton. He's been waiting for him to get out of here. I mean, he's just been saying, "Oh, just get rid of Ayton and just get somebody that's to play a role. You know, get a lesser player. We can go get some depth, and you know, because Ayton just not it. You know, he's just not it. He just don't fit no more. The time is up. You know, it is what it is, and they listen to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Now you have the depth that you've been asking for, and another center that can do the job that you've been asking for.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, and if you don't understand, if you don't hear the sarcasm in my voice,
you also have the dirtiest player in the world. So,
nah, he left. He in LA.
nah, y'all got him, bro.
But yeah, I mean, this is what I've been saying. If DeAndre Ayton, okay, but I'm gonna say it like an adult.
Yeah,
if DeAndre Ayton was gonna be getting paid like a superstar, but kind of play in a role player space, then let's move on from him. Grab that, because as we've seen, there was no rotation. There, if it wasn't Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, there really was nothing else because we had no depth on the team. So use your piece, use your chip that you have to acquire that. In the offseason, they brought in Bradley Beal also. So now you have 3 capable scorers already, but it pushed them over the apron and, you know, really cash strapped them on the things that they can do. Now, moving DeAndre Ayton allows you to acquire some depth. Like I've been saying, it has some other pieces that you can use, and it takes you out of that apron from having all of those max contracts. So now some of these contracts you can actually move if you need to and say, hey, if we want to get a better piece, we can package some things. Oh, we got, you know, Grayson Allen, he's an expiring contract. So if we need to move that, we have things that we can do to provide roster flexibility. So going into next year, also, it doesn't throw us over that apron. We have some things that we can do, but as presently constructed, I do enjoy this move because now you don't have to worry about, damn, we got to get DeAndre Ayton his touches or he's going to check out. We got to do this or he's not going to want to box out and play defense. I don't feel like as a rebounder and someone who can clean up the boards, we're not losing much in Ayton. What we're losing, though, is someone that can't, like Nurkic. He's been hurt. So, yes, he is a liability there. But bringing in Bradley Beal, I feel like we can supplement that scoring and stuff. And hopefully Vogel is able to do things, you know, on the defensive side. Like you mentioned, Hill, Vogel can bring some defensive stability in there. And even if Nurkic does, you know, miss some games or whatever the case may be, we're not hurting. And then with the pieces that we have, I think the switchable rotations that we can have and the lineups that we can bring, we have some legit scoring off the bench. So if Booker goes out the game or Durant's out the game, we can keep up the pace and not look like a complete shell of ourselves. And pretty much when our starters come back on the court, we fighting from a hole again.
Kenny, do you want to go? I had nothing but questions to get. But nothing but rebuttals for AJ.
I mean, I think there's validity to what he's saying. One, because, bro, it wasn't hard to upgrade the depth from what y'all had last year. So it's like,
but we couldn't.
It was bad. Y'all were literally a starting 5 and then a JV team. So this to me, it is better. I like Yusuf Nurkic. I like his game, but I do worry about his health. But y'all do have the Bradley Beal acquisition. I think y'all should be able to be a better contender than y'all were last year. But at the same time, you know, you have some like Grayson Allen. Yes, he's a depth piece, but he worries me. He can bring all the things that you need, but he can also bring all the things that you don't need. So to me, he's like a wild card. It's like which Grayson Allen is going to show up. Are you going to get the Grayson
Go to
Allen
that real quick.
that's dedicated, or are you going to get the guy that's checked out, doing wild stuff in the game? You know,
Like DeAndre Ayton.
Not
Nah.
Nasir
Keep
Little,
cooking, Cannon.
not Nasir Little. I mean, depth piece, not more, nothing less.
Trash. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said depth piece, nothing more, nothing less. But like I said, it wasn't hard to upgrade from what y'all had. I like the moves because, like you said, y'all were not happy with Aiden. I'm a firm believer in if it's not working in there. I asked the question on the pod. I said, is there an impasse between the coach and DeAndre Ayton? And if there is, then one of them have to go. All right. So
You got rid of Monty.
I know.
But also
like,
a lot of reports are coming out that a lot of reports were coming out there was an impasse between Booker and DeAndre Ayton after his performances. So
and then that's why first of all Monty went first because they had money invested in Ayton. And then like you said, that was gonna be my next point. It's like now after the impasse of that, it's like you have issues with players on the team. So it's like it's
not just
clear,
players, the star.
But I'm just saying, but KD's the star. I mean, like, nah.
But it's still Booker's team, though.
Yeah,
it's Booker's team still.
It's like I'm messing with you, but nah. You get my point though. But you're the cancer now, so it's like it's kind of what AJ was saying was true. So it's like, all right, you know me, Hill, you have what you wanted now, AJ. So there's no excuses for this year. So I'm excited. I didn't want y'all to make depth moves this season though, because I wanted to see y'all do a whole season struggling without it. I thought
I know
I was going as constructed, and I was happy to see that. But this is a little bit better. All right, you know what I mean? We'll see what y'all do. Health is going to be a big component for y'all as well, even with Bradley Beal and KD. So it's like we'll see. Hill, you said you had questions. Let's hear them.
Yeah. So you've been waiting for this moment, and once again, everything that you've been stating about getting rid of Ayton, it all made sense. I understand, but I mean, it's always two sides of the story or two ways to look at this. Like I say, you get when you're asking for. Right. You didn't ask for Nurkic. Like I said, you asked for some depth piece and somebody that can play a role. And at the end of the day, you take a step back defensively. Back defensively,
right?
But you say that's fine, and you about to minimize it. But the rest of your team is all offensive oriented players. You have a defensive minded coach that doesn't have anybody that he can lean on when it comes to say, hey, I need somebody to be an anchor on the defense. Like, who's going to commit on the defensive end? You have nobody on this roster that's going to do that. So you have to hope that this roster, that these stars are going to commit on the defensive end. But we know they can score. They can score and they sleep. And in the regular season, they probably going to break records when it comes to the scoring. But we know when the game slows down in the playoff, when
oh, damn.
Damn, he was in the classic.
Talking all that bullshit, got cut off. Murph said, shut your ass up. Go ahead, get him off the screen. So I'm going to just go ahead and rebuttal that. And I 100% agree with him. At this point in time, we did lose, some defensive prowess, but also one of my issues with DeAndre Ayton was his defensive ability and his commitment to defense when it came to the playoffs. Was I correct? So now, once again, like I said, we were able to acquire depth pieces. And if things come to pass where we need to make moves, we have the flexibility to do so now. Yes, we have tons of scoring. A lot of people forget we signed Eric Gordon. So we got Eric Gordon coming off the bench as some scoring now too. And so that's another thing that we lack, because once again, if it wasn't for Landry Shamet in the playoffs, we would have really got smoked by the Nuggets.
But so now this is gone. Let me bring you back to,
of course,
who's gonna be the defensive anchor on this team.
So go ahead. Well, let's see, because I heard he'll pop back in. He ain't on the screen yet.
He's still struggling. So just in the meantime, who's gonna be the defensive anchor?
Defensive anchor? I mean, there's no defensive anchor, but
no, I'm saying like who the coach is gonna rely on. Like, I know you don't have one like a true one, but who's the best defensive guy that you have?
Josh Uchiwale.
Yeah, a Kogi.
That's it. Like, what?
It's your defenders right now probably be a Kogi, Booker, Grayson Allen, and then
I was gonna say, because I was gonna say, like, when Hill was saying they have no defenders, like, to me, Book is a defender. He gets credit for all of his offense, but he defends though.
We saw last year Book, like you saw what Book was doing on the defense.
He's all around player. Just his offense is gonna always outshine his defense, but that doesn't mean he doesn't play.
I'm not saying that he's not a liability. KD's not a liability when it comes to defense. I'm not saying KD is not a liability when it comes to defense.
I didn't hear what you said. I wasn't trying to be funny.
No, I'm saying I'm sorry, but I'm not saying that they're not alive. I'm not saying that they're incapable of playing defense, but that's not their game. And then on top of that, before I got cut off by this dumbass Wi-Fi, you still don't have a.
It was murder, bro, because you was going blood.
You still don't have a point guard. Like this, all of a sudden, there's this Bill and Booker is going to initiate the offense thing with a coach that doesn't have an offensive identity.
KD's the point.
You run Grayson Allen out there at the point. Shit.
And he's done that in Milwaukee. And like I say, all he does is initiate the offense. It ain't like he really running shit. He just was just playing point guard because he didn't have the depth. Like, it don't make him good at it. It's just because he did it.
He got some talent though that he could.
I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm just saying
once again, remember when we were on the coaching search and our assistant coach Kevin Cunningham, who was our offensive, like basically the one who implemented all of our offense, and was the one that was working with Book, the one who was doing all of that. And so he's still there. And so he will work with Vogel and they can implement some things. And to go to the defensive side of the ball, also, we did, like, even with Ayton, like, and I had my issues with Ayton, like I was telling Cannon when your Wi-Fi went out. One of my issues was Ayton on defense. So it's not like I'm looking at like, oh, we just lost an all defensive type of player. We are a team, like when we got to the playoffs, even with our lack of depth, we were a team defense. We played team defense. And so I think we have some pieces and the length to continue doing that, because like you said, KD's not a liability on defense. We saw Booker's not a liability on defense. You got a Kogi's not a liability on defense. Grayson Allen, he's not a liability on defense. Keita Bates-Diop, he's not a liability on defense. And so we have defense. Like, so if Vogel comes in as a defensive and if Vogel comes in as a defensive minded coach and gets them saying, hey, we go like, this is the help defense we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we roll, we're gonna do all of this, and we play good, sound team defense. I'm not worried about not having a defensive anchor. Not a lot of teams have a defensive anchor.
That's true. But when you do,
but also not a lot of teams score the points. Yeah, it works. Also, when you have teams that can, score and play good team defense, that works too.
Most of the time, the teams that can score, they play defense. They play top-notch defense too.
And I'm not.
You just can't outscore everybody.
Even last year, we didn't outscore. Like, we wasn't just outscoring people. We played defense last year.
I played defense when?
We played defense last year in the playoffs. Even like we couldn't stop. Who the fuck?
Y'all couldn't stop the Clippers. Y'all got lucky that
the reason why we couldn't stop the Clippers is because we had nobody else to come off the bench, and we were playing our number one guys the whole game. But when they were in the game, when Book and KD and all those guys were, like, when our starters were in the game, we played defense. When we didn't play defense is when you had Landry Shamet coming in the game, Josh Okogie coming in the game, me, Hill, and Cannon coming in the game. That's when it became nobody was playing defense.
Hey, this is only analysis or prediction in the beginning. You know how we give it up. Once what we see, we gonna give it up what we see.
Mhm.
Okay. I feel
But
you.
as of now, I have questions, and we ask questions all the time.
And they
Ask
know
away.
You know
Ask
what I'm
away. I got you ask questions. I got answers.
And you gave the answers. And like
We'll
I
keep
said,
the light on. We'll keep the light on for you. Motel 6.
I never said nothing crazy like y'all gonna miss the playoffs or something like that. I just said it's going to some of the things, the questions that I do have is going to rear its ugly head once it comes to the playoff. We don't care when it comes to a contending team. You know we do not care about the regular season.
100%.
You know that.
And also,
and y'all are contending team.
And right. And also, I just want to say, let's not forget the KD trade was a middle of the season trade. So he was still trying to get acclimated into what we was doing. He was fucking up on offense too, missing calls and stuff like that.
He was doing that in Brooklyn.
So I think with a full off, like him being here the full off season, everybody there and being able to implement shit,
going through camp, PG County,
all of that stuff.
I mean, amazing. I can't, amazing, bro. Like straight up, shout out, hats off to what he doing, and just I mean, probably more than PG County.
Hell no. So. Y'all not
I talked about it in the group. You know what I mean?
Once we get to the NBA preview, we may break it down.
Who got more? Rudy Gay teams that he didn't play for, or Brittany Renner bodies?
Listen,
don't say it, Cannon. Don't say it, Cannon. We're gonna go with Rudy Gay. We're gonna go with Rudy Gay. We could go with Rudy Gay because. Bruh. Shouts out to the Blazers though. I think the Blazers they accomplished their goal. Let me say that.
Damn, y'all not hot.
I'm definitely hot, but I ain't hot as you.
That old drink you got.
Yeah. They got, like I said, I was on the component. Remember when we talked about the Dame rumor? I said you already got Scoop. That's your Dame replacement if he reaches his potential. So there's no need for you to get greedy. That was me talking as
so he really got a ball. He got the ball now.
I said if he reaches his potential, you have your replacement
for you. I'm talking about for them. He got a ball because they believed you.
I mean, he
got potential. His potential got potential.
You go get Ayton. Okay, Ayton may need to change the scenery. Okay, cool. If he get to change the scenery, maybe he can reach his ceiling in Portland. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do one of them. You know how? Matter of fact, let's rewind. You know how we joked about the Rudy Gobert trade, and we had our differences about the AJ, and then he got hurt, and I just left it alone, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing with Ayton. I'm not gonna hit you with I told you so. Look, he can do all this in Portland because they're technically a bad team. Of course, his numbers across the board gonna look better than Jokic anyway.
Right. And also, remember, and I've said this about plenty other trades when people have went other places, and it's just like, look, when Mikal Bridges start going off in Brooklyn.
That was different, but go ahead.
But it was like, because I wanted to keep Mikal Bridges. I wanted to keep him. But my whole thing was same thing we said about Milwaukee. Sometimes if you just keep trying to run it back, some people are going to surpass you, and you got to try. And so it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. Like, hey, we've tried it. We are like our peak. We made it to the finals. But other teams are doing things to get better while also maintaining depth. And so to me, if DeAndre Ayton starts balling in Portland, hands off to dude. Hey, you got the change of scenery you need. Maybe you feel like you have a place where you can, be free to be you. You get along with your teammates or whatever the case may be. I'm happy for you. And that's cool. But
I think he's gonna put up the same type stuff he did.
I'm worried about the Phoenix Suns, but I clap it up for anybody else.
But I think about Ayton is true what you said, AJ. He's whatever he was giving y'all. I think that's his game, bro. Like, because remember I was high on Ayton. It took me. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, And you come on, like there's putback points and all that stuff for you to, you know what I mean? You should be able to eat on your own, even if they don't draw it up for you. And he was able to be a double-double sometimes, but I feel like that's him. He's a double-double guy at best. Like, I don't know, like he's not the defensive anchor or offensive prowess that you would thought that he would be for the tool bag that he has. And it's crazy because that's why I was high on him. Now I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, like Hill said, sometimes it's just a change of scenery. You know what I mean? It was a bad relationship. It was bad relationships. We said that. So this could work, but I don't think I'm definitely not going to be on that dang y'all misuse him, but I do think y'all misuse Bridges though.
So it's already been reported that Drew Holiday is going to get moved. Like any predictions where we think he's going to go?
They said
a lot of teams.
He's going to swap out. He's going to go to the Clippers.
No, they didn't say that yet, bro. It's a possibility that he can go to the Clippers.
Maybe the Warriors. Matter of fact, it's the Warriors. Matter of fact.
So I know
that was a false report too. That wasn't a real report, bro.
I know our guy Ross is in the building. He's hoping Drew Holiday goes to the 76ers.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I do too. But I think with
that's why he think you a hater, Cannon.
but just like y'all just be why y'all just be wanting good people like it didn't have Harden. They got MB, like all of these people that then came, like, bro, that they wanted. They got Maxey, you know what I mean? They wanted Tobias, I mean, like, dang, how many people are you gonna get, bro? This is everything that you wanted. Like,
should have just kept Jimmy
to get stuff, but it's like, bro, they didn't have everything they wanted, bro. They should
have kept Jimmy.
You know what I'm saying? They had, I didn't even mention Jimmy. They had Jimmy, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I think that hopefully that the relationship isn't ruined. But if he can get to Miami, if Drew can get to Miami,
that would be tight.
That would be tough.
I think Drew. That's where I think he's going. The Blazers and are you talking about the relationship?
Yeah, with the Blazers, they definitely was not trying to fill. They was not filling them during the negotiation, bro.
Right, but I think
it was trash negotiations.
And that's what I said. The relationship could possibly be ruined.
I don't think that that would make a bad relationship. It's like I just don't think when I looked at their roster, they didn't have what I wanted for Dame.
I got a question.
I think that roster has what you want for Drew, though.
Thank you. So it's like I can go back for that. It's not personal, it's business. Go ahead, Hill.
How many times have you got bad fantasy football trades and you be like, hey, listen, bro, stop sending me trades. I don't even care what you send me.
All the time, but they never stop. They never stop, though. And if they send a good trade, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Cool. Okay. I asked the question.
Yeah.
You get the answer.
Yeah.
You get the answer. It's a lot of teams that, like I said, the Celtics are involved. They could make a play. The Clippers could make a play. Like I said, we mentioned the Sixers could make a play. I think what's holding up the Sixers is that they have a Harden problem. Like they have to figure out what they're gonna do with Harden before they can even. Bro, let's move past that, bro. Move past that, bro. The Heat, like I said, if the relationship isn't ruined, maybe they can get negotiations going. I know we always use the highlighting name and just the big market name and this and all that. Get the Lakers up out of here. Lakers don't even have anybody they can trade till December anyway, so they can't even be one. But don't rule out the Knicks, bro. When it comes to compensation, the Knicks have the most to give. If the plan is for the Blazers to get the most compensation,
he seemed like a New York type player too, man. He would fit in that.
Fit right in. Pause. If I got to.
Wow.
I think the emphasis on the how I said fit right in. I had to pause.
Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. I don't even think.
I think saying he in front of it too, kind of.
Nah, man.
I feel you, Candy. I feel you.
That was a perfect. Whatever it was, bro.
The unnecessary pauses getting out here. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we talking sports. Like he's gonna be Drew Holiday will be a good fit in what they have going in New York right now, bro.
Right next to Jalen Brunson, man.
I don't care what nobody says, bro. And if that's a pause,
You know what I'm saying?
Then it's over, bro.
Okay, let's have some fun right quick before we move on to the NFL.
What's up?
Which team has the best duo in the NBA?
And
AJ.
dang, y'all don't have all of them on here, man, because you messing up my logic.
That
But it's
was the
cool.
point,
I got it.
man. You didn't
That's what I
read
said.
nothing.
What?
I literally said, matter of fact, I'm giving the world pre-production in what I'm trying to say, whatever. I literally said, this ain't the graphic I'm gonna use. Read this. We're gonna use a different graphic. You ain't read nothing.
I know I did read that. I thought it still would have the same teams, though. I didn't know the teams would be different. Just thought the graphic would be different. You feel me? It's all good.
I know I'm messing with you. Wait, people gotta know. You know who I'm going with.
Brown and AD.
Nah, I ain't going with it. We have to go with, as of right now, because they are the champions, Jokic and Jamal Murray. They have to be the best duo.
And
that's my logic.
I'm going to use a little bit of your logic, and I'm going Steph and Clay because they have the most history together, and they've won the most chips together. I think so. When it comes to best duos, I think it has to be them because they have the most. They have the most accolades together compared to any of these other duos.
I like say we having some fun. AJ, man.
I might be a prisoner of the moment.
Talk to him.
I might have to say right now it might be Giannis and Dame, because I believe Giannis is still up there in that Jokic category.
Mm-hmm. He was in the MVP race.
Right. So Giannis is up there in that Jokic category. I think Dame is a better player than Jamal Murray. I think we've seen Jamal Murray get hot in the playoffs, but just overall, Dame is a better player. To me, if this was 3-4 years ago, it's AD and LeBron easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like no question. But with LeBron's age, coming off of the injury and stuff like that, LeBron, I think I have to take LeBron and AD out of it, because if LeBron was still healthy and he was an Iron Man and still doing those things, it would be LeBron and AD, because both of those could be MVP caliber players.
Still
I need to see what Kevin Durant looks like with a full season with the Suns, so I can't put him there. But I think what last year we saw from Devin Booker actually surpassed Kevin Durant, and I think Kevin Durant is the number 2 on this team, because we saw Booker do things that we've never seen anybody do. He was shooting 70% in consecutive games from the field. So I think now it's Dame and Giannis.
Look at your boy trying to be objective, Cannon. You proud of you proud of, ain't you?
Yeah,
I'm always subjective.
I just ain't seen them play it down. I mean, it's not a down, a play together. So I just can't.
It can't be number 1.
Yeah,
that's why I feel.
But that's why we're doing it right now prior to the season. It's just projection.
I believe that they will be, but I think at this moment it's not them, because they haven't played anything. They haven't done anything yet.
Say we having fun. I mean, we all know it's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the left.
Not if he's dribbling like Clyde Drexler.
That's a $300 million boy. You better go to work this summer for sure.
That's what I was waiting for.
He better walk around with his right hand.
Work, bro.
His right hand should be tied behind his back for the rest of his days.
But as Cannon stated, though, this is one of the rare times that we see the 3-team trade that benefits all 3 teams. Everybody got exactly what they wanted, and in whatever phase that every phase that they was looking for. Like you say, Suns wanted depth, they got that. Bucks wanted another star, increase their scoring, they got that. The Blazers got another young star to go with their young nucleus. You know what I'm saying? And some cap relief. Like I say, they got that, and they have another tradable piece that they're going to get more pieces with. So, like I say, once they move Drew Holiday, going to increase what they got in this entire trade, and we can see the future is bright for Portland. Hopefully, Chauncey Billups gets the chance to ride this train all the way out
Scoop.
and scoot.
Scoot, scoot, Scooty.
But think about it though. I know we laughing though, but like I said, they got the potential of Scoot.
Nah, I'm excited.
They got Anthony Simons. They got
Yeah.
Shaden Sharp.
I like the team.
Thibault. Jeremy Grant still there.
I like Jeremy Grant, man.
Jeremy Grant and Ayton is a good front court. You know,
this could be a really tough young team.
If the
This
Ayton,
could be the Kings.
that I was sold on shows up, because that Ayton from last two playoffs, that's not him.
They won't do it this year, but they could be the Kings. Just give the Kings some time.
It's possible.
Could be the Thunder.
Why can't they do it this year?
I think a lot of the teams that's ahead of them is still ahead of them. I don't think they're ready. We don't know what Scoot
still didn't really do nothing. I mean, they just look good doing it.
Who?
The Kings
made the playoffs.
I mean, I think the Blazers might make the playoffs.
They was the third seed though.
Huh?
They was the third seed in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That went from not making the playoffs to being the third seed.
Yeah, I get it, but they did.
They didn't even go to the play-in. Like they didn't even go to the play-in. Yeah. Like they went straight from non-playoff to the third seed.
It was like they can't beat them because they just weren't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we'll see.
What's next?
We're gonna go to a sour note. To some of these teams. I mean, we're gonna talk about these 3 teams, man.
Thank God we got to get off of this list, boy.
Because it was gonna be ugly.
You need to put Cannon on that list, man. I'm on that list in one of my fantasy leagues, bro. Dang.
We're gonna give you time to talk about it, though.
CBS right there, man. Like, damn.
Oh man. We talked about these teams last week, actually, to be quite honest. And it got worse. For some of these teams, like you say, the Bears is going to continue to get worse. Who they got this week? They got another bad matchup this week.
Nah, Bears going against the.
Everybody came in this season.
Nah, these 2 teams are playing each other. Like all 4 of these teams are playing each other.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bears and the Broncos are playing each other. Yeah, that's
the Bears
how bad
and the Broncos
it is.
are playing each other.
Oh, one of them guaranteed to come off that.
Somebody lose. It's 2 teams.
Somebody's must go.
It worked. 2 teams on this list gonna lose they
Oh man!
And the Panthers.
But they ran into a
Vikings.
They ran into a buzzsaw.
I'm bugging.
Yeah, you definitely are. You get hurry up.
Y'all try to get me.
You try to get yourself. I'll show you what will remind you.
I know. I'm in the 95th percentile. I'm killing it.
Taylor Swift was in the building to watch that massacre that the Chiefs put on the Bears. Justin Fields looked bad again. Not even Justin Fields looked bad. I mean, the entire team looked bad. The defense looked bad. Coaching staff looked bad. Everything, every aspect of Chicago.
The motherfucking label.
Yeah, as a whole looked bad. Bryce Young has already missed a game. It was an ankle injury, right? Okay, ankle injury. Ankle injuries happen, so I'm not gonna put that on him. So he should return this week. This team competed, but it's just like it's funny. We sent the KJ Wright's podcast. They sent a clip with him and Cam Newton had an interview, and he was talking about the state of the Panthers, and he was like, "Yeah, this team is just not ready for a Bryce Young."
Yeah,
and everything that he stated in that, and which was his opinion, I agree with. But we definitely in a new day and age that you have to play these quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
And you can just only hope that he doesn't get broken with this season. You just want him you want to see some signs of growth. You want to see some potential, like, okay, this is why we drafted you. We see it here. We understand that this team around you is really not that good. The reason why we had the number 1 overall pick. But we want to see some signs like, okay, this is what, we see you progress, we see you progressing, we see your arm strength, we see your accuracy, we see you mobility in the pocket, we show some glimpses of why we drafted you. And that's what they have to hope for in this season.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all can jump in at any time.
I agree with you right there, Hill, and I kind of disagree with him a little bit because, like, he's saying we're not in a place for a quarterback like this, but what type of quarterback are we in a place for? A veteran guy that comes in and does the same thing? Because look at the Broncos. They have Russell Wilson, a big name vet, they're in the same spot. Look at Kirk Cousins, big name vet. They're in the same spot. So for me, before I go out and pay top dollars to a big name guy, I'd rather come in here and see if we can survive with CJ. So it's like, let him.
Bryce.
I mean, yeah, Bryce, CJ, all of them.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I want to see if I can survive. Hey, Justin too. You know what I mean, I want to see if I can survive with these guys because one, this is my window. You know, this is our window to move these pieces around, try to acquire talent, make this a destination for people before we have to pay this guy. So it's like they're not a great team. So it's like, all right, you expecting Bryce to come in there and just win games. I never expected that. I'm on the same page with him. I just want to see if he has the upside that we thought. And this offseason, we're going to try to retool around him and make leaps off the growth that he makes this year. It's better to have him knowing the game, knowing the playbook, understanding the speed instead of waiting till next year, wait until we have the pieces around him and then throw him into the fire. He's got to go in the fire eventually. So why not put him in now, especially when you have two veterans right there in the same predicament. With Kirk Cousins, you have talent. There's no reason that you should be in this predicament.
But Kirk Cousins leading the league in passing. Kirk Cousins is doing his job. I know.
And
You.
what I've always said.
No. I know you wasn't really going on Kirk Cousins, but I know it kind of alluded like you was kind of like we can't look at the Vikings right now. No, that's what I'm saying. We can't look at the Vikings right now and say, "Damn, Kirk, what you doing?" Like, come on, Kirk. Like
he does those interceptions at the wrong time. But
bro.
The reason why I understand what Cam is saying is because you don't want Bryce to be in a situation and we don't know when it's going to start the upswing and will he be broken by the time that happens, because he's developing bad habits because he doesn't have the protection, he doesn't have the receivers and things like that. But what I will say is the issue that comes about it is a lot of, like, from what this team was last year, a lot of people thought, oh, they got a decent offensive line. They'll be at least be able to protect him. And, you know, they may win some games or whatever, but they'll protect him this season and they can try and build around him, you know, with picks and free agency the coming seasons. But the moment preseason hit, this offensive line looked completely terrible out of nowhere. Ike Ekwonu took a major step back from what we thought he would be, you know, following the last season that he had. And then it's just like, what is going on? And so now it just all looks completely different. So they actually did look like a team that was ready for Bryce Young. But now the crazy thing about it is you traded some of your assets to help build around him. And so now it's like, you kind of got to hope for a lot of these dudes to just get better or spend some money and bring some people in, because
this right here is going to be on the coaching staff, right? Like, think about it. It was a lot of people optimistic that this team could at least compete for the division.
Yeah,
based on what we seen last year.
Yeah, if Bryce Young looked like Bryce Young at Alabama, from what we saw from the rest of the Panthers, it had the potential, but
it had the potential, but it don't look like really.
That.
But once again, it's only been week 3. They had a competitive game against
week 3.
I mean, it's week 4 now, but they had a competitive game against the divisional foe against the Saints. You know, let's not hit the panic meter yet. Like,
but ain't Bryce dinged up?
He should be back. He missed the game last week. He should be back this week.
Yeah, so it's like, really? So then only 2 of them is on him. Like that, these other 3 quarterbacks are really the ones that. And the thing,
and I'm about to put my cape on, bro, on these other 2 quarterbacks that you keep throwing shots at.
I'm not. But see, here's the
I'm
thing,
messing with you, bro.
I'm not
messing with you, bro.
taking shots. The thing about it is, they haven't played bad
at all.
But this is what I've always said about Kirk. He's a guy, he never played bad, bro. He's always been a good quarterback, but he can't just go out and win it if it's close, bro. That's what he lacks. So it's like, and I mean, did you like that game? That's one of the few times that he did do it. But it's like he's been in position a lot of times to win close games, hasn't been able to do them. So it's like that's a nature that I've noticed in him. And I'm not saying that that's finite, and that's gonna be what it is for this team. And then Russ, these like I mean, he was cooking at one point, but it's like I mean, you need a team, but fortunately, like even when they played Washington, bro, Russ was cooking in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Russ cooked. He didn't do none of the stuff that he does well in the second half. And I don't know if that's on coaching staff or if he just did that, bro, because the commentators that game said, they said last week, the week prior, Russ didn't just do anything in the second half. And he literally came out this almost, and I was like, bro, either Vegas called him and told him don't do nothing in the second half, and it's crazy you put that up there as I said it, or he just I don't know, bro, but it's almost like the same thing as Kurt. It's like he's in that stage where if it's close, I'm not gonna have what it takes to get us over the hump.
I just think that, like I said, it's a lot of things that could have been done differently with these other teams, with these veteran teams, when it particularly the Broncos and Kurt, I mean, and the Vikings. Like they're being scapegoated as the ones like, okay, oh man, bro, Russell Wilson, he's done, man. They got to get rid of him. It's over for him. Like, bro, he didn't give up 70 points. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you, but I'm not talking to you. Like, he didn't give up 70 points. Bro, do you realize that Justin Herbert went 40 for 47?
You know, I ain't sold on Herbert. I ain't capable.
You ain't got to be sold on her. 40 for 47 the entire game? Bro, you can't. I get it. Kurt threw the pick at the end, but like, bro, your defense ain't doing nothing all game. 40 for 47.
Football that means crazy, y'all ain't stopping nobody. Crazy sport like that though, where you could ball the whole game and make that play at the end and cost your team and people will. I mean,
it gets like that, and I get. Hey, hell, Dak just did the same thing. You know, Dak just did the same thing. The defense was giving up all. They scored. The Cardinals scored in their first 5 possessions. They ended up scoring 28 points on this defense that's supposed to be the greatest defense we've seen since greatest defense we've seen. You know what I'm saying? But what are they talking about? Dak's interception, and that interception was dumb as hell. And I get it. Like I said, I get it was a terrible interception. But what led to all that was more so the problem before you get to. That is what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to talk about
you, I agree.
We're going to not we, but I'm saying if we're going to talk about something. Let's talk about the totality of what's really going on. Let's stop just taking the low hanging fruit of. Oh man, Russ is just so trash, bro.
Russ played the first 2 games of the season. Russ played well enough to win.
Let's talk.
We're not gonna talk this week.
I'm just saying.
But that's what we're saying. We're like, let's talk. Like it's more issues than just Russ. It's more issues than just Kurt. It's more issues than it's more issues than just Bryce or
right.
And like I said,
the field. Like we like
why you get rid of Dalvin Cook? Why you devaluing running backs?
Exactly. But let's move on because it's already 8:00 and the game is about to start.
Man, it's 8:00.
Yeah.
Thank God I got my picks and y'all grimy. No reminder. See how they do. See how they do your boy, man.
We about to do the pick'ems right now.
You pick'ems right now, so you had your time. But look,
I'm just saying,
cashing in with Chris and Curtis is definitely in the building, and the boys is on point with it. They made some money. They posted it. They, like I said, they hit on their bets. Y'all should have followed them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to repost that joint real quick.
We got it right here on the building. This is from your guy Curtis tonight.
Yeah,
you got Jordan Love, 200 yards. Sam Laporta, 25 yards. Jordan Love, 1 passing touchdown. Jared Goff, 1 passing touchdown. Romeo Doubs, over 3.5 total receptions.
That ain't doable.
And Jared Goff, 250 yards. And look, he throwing big money on it. $50.
Yeah, he
What's
put
up?
50 on it, yeah.
What's up?
A little 50 spot.
What's up? How y'all gonna act with it? Like you say, that's Curtis joint. What we got. Okay. Chris here. Chris is in the building.
Chris said we're gonna throw some long odds.
We're gonna throw some long.
I like long odds, especially when it's short, short legs. You know what I'm saying? I could take 6 legs.
Like you say, you got my guy Chris is in the building. He got Jared Goff, 200 yards. Sam Laporta, 40 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 60 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 35.5 rushing yards. Romeo Doubs, 38 and a half receiving yards, and he got the money line with Detroit Lions, so you know who he going with. You going with the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's 8:00. Like I said, both they in the group. Put your
Hit 'em
bet in.
up.
If
Put
you
your bet in.
if you are in a legal betting state, do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you have an issue, 1-800 gambler. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you could go on
1-800
FanDuel,
gambler. That's what it is, bro.
you know what I'm saying? You
1-800
can go on
gambler.
FanDuel, DraftKings, hit the promo code 4TH. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work, but you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get shit, but just go ahead. They
But
might
you can just
they
do-
might
make it
ask why
feel
you do
better.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Make
Oh,
you feel
man.
better. But shouts out to cashing in with Chris and Curtis. You know what I'm saying? They here weekly. Once again, Sunday they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna give y'all another parlay that y'all can hopefully win some money on. And like I say, if you win some money off they bet, you know what you're supposed to do. Slide a little bit. You been to the casino. You been to the
You know what I
casino
mean?
when you hitting big, you slide
Yeah,
the deal a little
Toss
bit.
a,
Come
toss,
on
a,
now.
toss a little chip or something.
Y'all talked it up. That's my parlay. Homeboy just sent me.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? We in the building.
Yeah, bro.
Where I'm at. I'm at.
Yeah, well,
You
he
gotta
got a
go
nice
forward.
little joint too. A $20 way to pay out 410. Jordan Love 225. Jordan Love one passing touchdown. Sam Laporta 40+ yards. Jared Goff over 1.5 TDs. Jameer Gibbs 35.5 and Amara St. Brown 60+ yards. It's
That's
doable.
similar.
Talk to him. Let's get this money together. It's better to eat
Mm.
together
Yeah.
than separate. Together.
Get money
Together?
together.
Oh man, now Cannon finally got his picks in, so we can get our picks in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
All right, so tonight.
I'm hesitant, boy. This is scary for me.
Absolutely.
I'm going Detroit, but I it's something about Jordan Love, bro.
Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't
I'm
know.
gonna give you your flowers, bro. Green Bay know how to pick quarterbacks, bro.
What he did last week,
comeback?
actually showed me something because he was playing like pure ass. And then he just figured it they just figured it out. He just kept playing.
Reverse Russell.
Yeah. Because he threw it, bro. He threw a screen pass that how you missed it? He missed the screen pass so bad.
That change of platform throw though, man. That's one of the best. That's up there with that Mario Manahan throw that I'll be talking about, man.
So I'm like,
I was like, man.
Well, you got Hill.
I'm looking. I'm trying to think. I think I got Lions though. I want to make sure I got my pick right.
Yeah, let me pull mine.
Yeah, pull it back up because I did mine.
Well, I got mine up. No pause. Yeah. I'm going Green Bay, man.
Go ahead.
I know your logic
why
that.
You trying to cover ground.
I'm going Green Bay too because it's Thursday night. The home team always win, according to AJ.
Got ground to cover.
And now Hill gonna jinx my shit.
Yep.
Good. Go with AJ. Good. Let me keep separating. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I got Green Bay as well.
All right. So we're going to the Falcons and Jags next.
Yeah, Falcons and Jags.
I got the Jaguars.
ATL, ho! I'm going with the Falcons, man.
Yo, the What's up with the Jaguars, bro?
I'm about to be making moves on you.
I got the Jaguars as well, but I was definitely.
It's a London game, so remember that.
That's a home game.
It's a home game for Jags.
Yeah, it's a London game, so some funny shit happened.
Yeah,
you know what travels?
Oh, but the
running
Jags
game.
travel more than any. They travel across the pond more than any other team, so they're used to it.
Right, but also a running game travels, and what Arthur Smith gonna do? Run that bitch.
Rock,
because that's all they can do. Because speaking of a team that ain't ready for a young quarterback, Lord have mercy.
Because I don't know what's up with Ritter, bro. Like, I mean, it's like,
hey, I'm telling you, go get Justin Fields. Put Justin Fields back there with Bijan. Hey, they can run the wishbone for all I care. Them motherfuckers as a running threat.
I don't see trades like that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like two young guys that, you know what I'm saying? Just, I really want this guy. This is a better fit for you. Like, we should see that. It's always
we see it more often. Yeah, we should see it more often.
But my thing is, they don't even need to necessarily trade Ritter to the Bears because the Bears don't like. If the Bears willing to get rid of Justin Fields and they see what Ritter is, just take a mid-round pick, something. Shit, if the Falcons ain't about to trade,
The
goddamn,
Falcons like really got to get up out of here, bro. If we bringing in Fields, really got to go.
Ritter was like what was Ritter, like a 4th round pick? He could sit his ass right on the bench, and I trade Taylor Heineke to the Jets.
We
Hell,
can't
you on
hear
mute.
you on mute.
We got the Dolphins and the Bills next.
You know we going Dolphins, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Dolphins. Dolphins look like the best team in the damn league.
I really can't. I can't pick anyone else coming off of a 70-point game, but I really want to because it's like off of 70. That's just like one of them. Like, hey, you bound for a letdown type shit.
You bound for one,
but I can't. Because Waddle's coming back. Like you did that without him. Waddle coming back, so I gotta go with them. Ooh, this is one of the ones. Denver versus Chicago. Somebody got to lose the O.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going Denver.
Yeah, I'm going Denver as well.
Yeah, I gotta go Denver too. Because you
Chicago.
can't lose. If you lose 70-20 and then you lose to Chicago.
Yeah, you gotta be ready to kill. Y'all gotta be ready to slaughter these dudes this week, man. Because ain't no way somebody could put 70 up on me and somebody ain't gonna feel this pain, man.
I think this is weird how we all thinking like this. Like, okay, we lost by 70. Like somebody put 70 on us, so we should go whip some ass.
And I'm
but
getting
like
penalties and all that this week, coach.
But why the Bears should be looking at it like, bro, somebody put 70 on y'all. We should go in there and win this game. Like,
well, okay.
Exactly.
So here's my thing. The reason why I think it is like I feel like at least the Broncos, I feel like they got the ability to be like, hey, we can go whoop somebody ass. The Bears, I don't know if they got that ability to be like, all right, fuck it. The Chiefs just kicked our ass. Let's go get our ass kicked again. I would say something, but I don't like. That wouldn't be nice.
Who next?
The Ravens and the Browns.
That's a close one, man. But I'm going Ravens because Deshaun, bro. He been looking, bro. He does not look like the same quarterback before the
last week.
The deviant activity.
Yeah.
Last week he showed some glimpses of his former self, is what I will say.
He did show some glimpses, but it's like he also showed me some plays sometimes where I've been like, bro,
who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Cause that play he threw, but that behind
yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, what is this, bro? Like,
on no
I just
level.
want him to just be consistent, bro. Don't even try to do nothing extra because he has all the tools as well. Like, he's one of the guys, he got good throwing motion. He could throw the deep ball, throw the intermediate ball. Like, you forcing stuff and doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing at this stage in your career, bro. Just play the game.
So this game is like similar to what I said about the God damn it. The Broncos losing by 70, getting 70 put on them. Ravens just lost to the Colts. With Gardner Minshew. And last pod, I did say this gonna be one of them games the Colts gonna fuck around and win because Gardner Minshew gonna come in there and have a Gardner Minshew game.
With none to lose.
But I think this is gonna be just like I said, it's gonna be one of them early season wake up calls. Like, hey, nah, we ain't finna let that happen. Yeah, Justin Tucker misses a kick. Like, nah, like this is gonna be one of them AFC North games. But I think it's gonna come down to the quarterback, and so I got to go Lamar. This is like it's just
that's my same reason.
Yeah, I'm going to Ravens as well. I mean, Deshaun has a shoulder injury that he's been dealing with this week, so
yeah.
That's not
Stop
good.
beating off on massage tables.
All righty, the next game on the list. Well, on the graphic, what we going by the graphic or the app?
App.
All right, man. We got the Rams and the Colts. No. We got the Bengals and the Titans. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals. For the same reason.
You never picked the Titans. You hate Ross. Go ahead and say it.
No, it don't have nothing to do with Ross. Like I literally thought about it because Ross is gonna keep saying I'm hating. I want the Titans to have a matchup that I could just pick them so that he could just stop. But it's like I can't pick them against the matchups that they've played so far, man. So it's like I'm going Bengals, bro. Get the ball to Jamar Chase like last week. You shouldn't have no problem, bro.
Absolutely. I'm going with the Bengals as well. The Titans just don't have an offense to do anything that make me feel confident in them to do anything.
You sound like Cannon, bro. Come on now. I'm so
Ross. No, I've been picking. I done picked them twice, and I'm swung behind now.
Yeah. See, that's your problem.
He know damn better than Fulton being a lot. I'm not even putting it on the screen. What you just said us earlier, that let me further know I'm picking the Bengals.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Jamar Chase,
free lunch.
Hey, you know how cornerbacks travel? I want Jamar Chase to travel. Wherever Christian Fulton is, that's where Chase lining up.
It don't even matter where Jamar go, bro. They couldn't, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
He was in his bag last week.
Don't let T Higgins get right now too.
Speaking of T Higgins, bro, cost me my parlay last week, man.
He got the drops, man. But
got the drops.
But look,
then he got hurt, came back, gave me hope, and then Joe Burrow had him wide open. I needed 4 yards, bro. Sailed it out of bounds, man.
Yeah. Hey, but look, T Higgins, he from Tennessee.
Oh,
so he's from Tennessee, and last year when we played the Titans, Jamar Chase was out. T Higgins caught the game-winning touchdown. He was dunking on all them boys. So I'm predicting the big T Higgins game.
All right, we got the Rams and the Colts.
I ain't betting on them no more. I'm going Rams.
I got the Colts.
I think Anthony Richardson gonna come back. And I think Anthony Richardson
too. That's exactly why I got the Rams.
I think Anthony Richardson gonna get them boys fits.
All right, good. I should have a 4 or 5 again.
Yeah, you should, right? I believe that the Rams are starting to look like the Rams that we predicted in preseason. They're just unpredictable. Like I say, they came out, they beat the brakes off the Seahawks, and then they had a competitive game against the 49ers, and then they came out and like they laid an egg against a hobbled Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Like they let the Bengals get back on track when it was definitely their time to
make a statement.
On Monday night.
They could have buried us for real.
Jamar said, "Not on my watch, bro."
So the same thing. So
Trey Hendrickson said.
Trey said that too. He definitely said
so
that.
with their ailing offensive line, with the defensive line that the Colts do have, they have some pass rushers down on their defensive line. Like,
the Colts do. They got defense.
Yeah, so I think they could. I think the Colts gonna pull it out.
If you can beat the Ravens,
you could beat the Rams.
Yeah, you can dodge a wrench.
You could dodge a ball.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
We got the Buccaneers and the Saints NFC South showdown.
And I'm going with my boy Jameis.
Jameis.
Oh man.
Yeah, we all got the Saints. I was so disappointed with the Bucs on Monday night, and that's more so you can say divisional hate. But
They had a chance.
It had something to do with that. Of course, I wanted the Eagles to lose. My team lost. Okay, misery loves company. I get that.
Damn right.
But my thing was that the Bucs have been playing well, and they wasn't playing Bucs football that game. Like they look like the team that we thought they would look in the preseason.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they didn't look like the team that we seen in the previous first 2 weeks, which was showing us a good competitive team, a good team that can fight. Like I said, I keep saying is that you can lose, but it's about how you lose. And they look bad. Like they look like real ass bad. Cheeks. Yeah. I mean, but shouts out to the Eagles beating them on Monday night like they did. They supposed to handle business because they were a better team. But it is what it is. But I got the Saints. Even with Jameis taking over for the start, I think that he can handle taking over. Like I said, it wasn't like Derek Carr was lighting it up.
What they say was wrong with Carr? What's the
AC sprain?
AC sprain.
So that's 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
Potentially, probably minimal.
Throwing shoulder?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna get the line to you, but it's an AC sprain on his shoulder. You know how that go.
Next up,
let's get it.
I'm going
The
Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Sam Howell, he had that he had a bad game. I don't think Sam Howell is gonna look that bad this week, but I just think the Eagles have a little bit too much for the Commanders, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Eagles this week.
I want to see. Now, this is the game that I want to see where Eric Bieniemy can help him out.
Yeah, man. Because I felt like he didn't help him out, bro. He did not help him out last week.
I kind of feel that. I mean, the first 2 weeks, I think Sam was looking like, looking legitimate. He made few mistakes here and there. A couple of interceptions, taking a lot of sacks. But I mean, I think Eric was calling a game that was, suitable to his skill set. I get it. It was raining, but I can't give you the rain excuse when Josh Allen was looking good at times in the rain in that game.
He's a different beast, though.
True and true. So I can't hold you to that same standard. But I just want to see this game. And like I said, once again,
how Green Bay in the red zone already?
Everybody get. This is the thing. You can lose. The Commanders can lose, and I'm not. This is no hate or no what. Is once again, it's how you lose. I want to see if they can manage the game. I want to see if Sam can, compete. I want to see if they can, can hang with. Because if they can hang with them, then that can lead to other things.
What I'll say to your point about Eric Bieniemy, we won those first 2 games, and yes, he did call some plays that went to his strength, but overall, I think he's been calling plays and they've kept us in the game and we've won. But I think that play calling also put us in a hole. Bro, Brian Robinson anytime we hand the ball off to him, bro, he's getting positive yards, bro. And it's like we coming out, we throwing on first down, we throwing on second down. And then if we don't complete though, then we have to throw on third down. It's like, I don't want to see Sam throwing 40 times a game. He's not Pat Mahomes. Yes, he is going to have to throw. And the throwing game that you're drawing up for him, I do like that. But, bro, you're going to have to run the ball some, bro. Brian Robinson can – I'm not – they got it so I can't even say what I want to say, man. But just give him the rock, bro. Give him the rock. He's a bigger back. But
you're a former running back.
Yeah, let him be the bruiser. So it's like I get it. He's not Patrick Mahomes yet, but you're seeing the talent. We can pass the ball around, we can get it, and we can do those things. But ease him into it, bro. Get him in the more third and short instead of third and longs, and forcing him to have to throw a pick because it's 3rd and 12, and I'm trying to make something happen. That's a bad situation. So it's that's my critique on Eric Bieniemy. I'm not saying that I'm not happy with him because he got 2 wins under his belt, but I want him to help Sam out. Sam is a young quarterback, and I think he's looked good overall. He did have a bad game last week. It was weather, and honestly it was bad play call. I'm run the ball, they come out, they pass, and it's interception. It's you should have. They're sending the house on him, and they know we don't have the greatest O-line, so it's you got to help him out. Screen passes, things of that. We're not doing some of the things that to negate not having the best O-line just because we won and you act like they play well because they grade well sometimes. But the thing is, he's getting a lot of quarterback pressures, and he's not throwing directly from the pocket all the time. He's having to create and then throw. So it's help him out is all I'm saying. Get the ball out quick or run the ball.
That's good analysis, my brother.
Yeah. We got.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, AJ.
You good. We got the Vikings and Panthers. Another lose that O.
I'm about to say, you did mention that. I forgot they did play each other. You going who?
Kurt.
Oh, but yeah, I got Kurt too. So
you're
not running. Look, you're not running away from me on these picks. A lot of my picks is aligning with yours. So
this
one, you about to just run away.
You got to go with the Vikings with this one.
You got to.
You got the next Steelers up, and the Texans.
Steelers, Texans.
Man, the Texans be looking good sometimes, and the Steelers, they look good against the Raiders, but I don't know if they just look. It's the Raiders, so it's I don't know. I'm going Steelers, but the Texans are kind of scary to me.
That's exactly what we thought they would be. Competitive.
Yeah, we did.
Competitively trash.
I didn't think they were gonna do what they did to the Jaguars last week. But like I said, we said this team was going to compete. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this game is gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
Steelers fans gonna have a heart attack during the game
Yeah.
like they normally do.
Yeah.
But I do believe they're going to win the game. I believe their defense is hot.
Yeah.
Their defense is hot. Other than the 49ers game. Other than that, the defense looked like the steel curtain that we thought they would be.
Yeah.
Man, their offense is still.
This one of them ones you better not lose.
Yeah. That's what hurt you if you lose because you know what I mean?
This is one of the ones offensively. Offensively, they better look good.
I mean, they said that against the Raiders as well, and at times the passing game definitely looked good. Like
right, but you got to keep that.
You got to keep it up. You got to consistent. You got to they got to keep it going. I got to win. Who you got, AJ? You never said it.
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, okay. I want you to say it again. That's why.
He couldn't even say it. That's terrible.
Chargers versus the Raiders.
Dang, man, it's like, the Chargers are just as disappointing this year as those 0-3 teams to me. Like, but I gotta go with them just because of, bro. The Raiders. Like we one of the fours, Dane Johnson always say like this teams are a curse, but this is just a bad franchise, bro.
Not even curse.
This is just a bad franchise, and I know something about bad franchises, being part of one for the last 25 years. So it's like, but I see the same type of things that Washington was doing under Dan Snyder. I see that under this Davis, bro. Like, I don't see the winning strides that I saw under, Al Davis. And say as much as you want about him being senile in those last years, but he always tried his best to put a winning product out on the field, man. Because he really took pride in the Raiders. And I don't know if his son has that pride that he having it, because
have you seen that man's haircut?
Yeah,
he ain't got pride in shit.
Right,
that let you further know.
They do let you further know, man.
All right.
Yeah, we're going Chargers. Next up, we got the New England Patriots visiting the Dallas Football Cowboys.
Zeke coming home, baby.
Zeke coming home. I'm coming home.
And I'm gonna wear my Zeke jersey Sunday too. My pop's coming in town, so
yeah, Big Hill.
I'm wearing my Zeke jersey for the homecoming.
Word, man. I got Dallas on this. I think y'all slept on Arizona, man. Y'all also had a bad week losing. Y'all lost some injuries.
Every damn offensive lineman.
Y'all
had cornerback
in practice. But I do think that y'all looked over Arizona. I also think that Washington tried to look past them, and I also think the Giants. And I sat up here and said, like, teams try to look past this team. This team, their front office may be wanting to tank. The players on the field, they showing up, bro. So it's like, all right, if you want to. But I want to see a good bounce back game from Dallas. And yes, Trey is a big part, but I do think that the defense could still be one of these defenses even without him. Is it going to be the same defense? No. But I think that the front seven is still good enough to get that pressure, and the back end is still good enough without Trey. Like, you just ain't going to have that ball hawking skill that he brought, but you can have somebody play that job, especially with this front seven. Bill Belichick is a good, stop what you do type of guy. So he's going to try to stop what Dallas does best. The offense is struggling, but I just think it's still just way too much more talent on Dallas. So I'm going with Dallas.
Go ahead, Adrian.
Yeah, I think pretty much that's what it comes down to. I just think offensively, Dallas has more talent. This New England Patriots defense is very tough, so they're going to make it tough on Dallas. But I think when you balance it out, the Cowboys defense is going to make it just as tough on Mac Jones and that Patriots offense. And I think the talent ultimately is what's going to take this over the top. And I think Dallas pulls this out. But I do think this is going to be a good game. And I think it's going to be a good bounce back game for Dallas. And I think it's going to put Dallas in a position where they have to know, yes, we want to run the ball, but what do we need to do in the red zone to be successful? And so I think this is going to be a test for the Dallas Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys pull this one out.
Ooh, come on, Laporte. Zeke gonna score. This game. That's my prediction. Red zone.
That's fine. I'm picking the Cowboy. I think we need to have a bounce back victory. It's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be a game that everybody's going to be worried the entire game. That's been the game, every game for the Patriots this entire season, just because of their defense. Like I said,
exactly.
Their offense haven't done anything desirable. So I'm not really worried about their offense per se. I just want my team to bounce back and get the victory. I know it's gonna be ugly. I just want a victory, and I can deal with it on Dallas Duo after that. But just get the damn victory. That's all I want. Like,
speaking of, we got those feisty Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Now, I do think that the 49ers should be able to handle this team, and they should not be sleeping on them because
divisional opponent.
Yeah, like if you're sleeping on them and you come out flat, then shame on you. I don't see that this week. Plus, I feel like they on notice now. Like people might not have heard Cannon say it, but now they've put the world on notice. So it's like I think San Francisco is ready for this game, which is why I'm going San Francisco.
I heard when you said it. It was funny as hell when you said it. And then I had to live it. Like, they don't look.
I lived it, like, bro.
You said it. When you came out, he's like, they don't look nothing like y'all said it was gonna look.
Bro, and Giants had to have one of their best comebacks in history to beat them. So it's like, bro, this ain't they not laying down, bro.
Oh man, the NFL just knew they had one on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna just go to 49ers. I ain't gonna take a lot of time on this one.
We ain't gotta take a lot of time on the next one either.
Yeah,
Chiefs
next one.
Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs easy.
Yeah. Facts.
All right, y'all want to get to the Monday night game?
Yeah.
New York Giants versus the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm going Geno, man. He looking like a leader out here, bro.
Yeah, I love what he said to JSN, man. I love that shit. That alone is what's gonna make me pick the Seahawks.
Yeah,
man.
facts,
I'm definitely going to Seattle.
And it just man, I just think about last year when I was the only person in the world.
Only you and Geno mom.
Right. That's it.
And he's lived up to it. But the thing is, bro, Geno never really had a chance to just stink it up somewhere, bro. When he was gonna have his best opportunity, he got his jaw broken. So it's like I always just felt like we never got to really see it. And I feel like sometimes the others they get more opportunities and stuff like that don't derail him as easily. It's like he got a jaw broken, it's just like got replaced. They never even gave him a chance, like shipped him out of there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm glad he got his shot. And I feel like, you know what I mean? He took his opportunity and ran with it.
All right, so before we get up out of here, AJ, we gotta do our survivor picks. Who you got this week?
Who you got? I'm debating if I want to change mine.
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs. That's my. I might as well lie with the whole way now.
I got the Chiefs. I think this might have been. I know I might have said it last week. This was a tough week for Survivor.
Every
in my opinion.
Shoot.
Yeah,
y'all barely made it out every week.
But I'm also my strategy, man. So I'm gonna stick with my strategy.
Sticking with it? The trashes.
I'm gonna stick with my strategy, man. Going with the Broncos.
That should be a guaranteed win, bro.
Ooh, okay.
That should be a guaranteed win, bro.
Is your strategy to follow the Panthers?
No,
it's not. It's not.
Trash's team.
Yeah, so like
the Bears are the Trash's team, so it should be a guaranteed win.
But you ain't been following the Bears.
I haven't been following it.
They ain't been the Trashes.
It hasn't necessarily been following the Trash's team, but I'm trying to like pick not a top tier team versus a trash team, so that I can have the top tier teams later on in the season. So when they get the crunch time and all the good teams is gone for Hill, I still got some good teams left.
My thing, I'm gonna tell you why I picked the Chiefs. The Chiefs is known for a thought game. Like,
so you trying to get it out early.
Let me go ahead and get it out the way. I'm not going to mess around, like say, you like last year, you'd have picked the Chiefs against the Colts last year. Next thing you know, they lost. They had no business losing to the Colts. I'm not riding with the Chiefs like right there to that. They know for a thought game, especially in the middle of the season, when the season is like, let's hurry up and get this thing over with. Let me go and get these Jets up out of here because Zach Wilson can't do nothing.
Right. before we get up out of here,
Mhm.
I gotta read y'all something.
Uh-oh.
Per Chris Haynes from Bleacher Report.
Oh, I got a little
Oh.
update too after that.
So per Chris Haynes from Bleacher Report, Damian Lillard wanted to rescind his trade request if a deal couldn't be worked out with the Heat, but Blazers GM Joe Cronin allegedly responded that there was no coming back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he wanted the Heat.
That
No,
he
no.
was. So no, Dame only wanted the Heat, and if he couldn't
that's
get
what
the
I'm
Heat,
saying.
he wanted to stay. And Joe Cronin was like, "Nah, it don't work like that."
Because once you said you want out, we're shipping you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
But that's what they was waiting for. That both sides was waiting for that. Remember during the draft time, it was like, okay, who gonna make the request first? If they could just go trade Dame or Dame gonna ask for one. Nobody wanted to look like the bad guy. They were playing what game of chicken, and Dame had to be the one that's like, you know what, good, I got to get up out of here. Cool, but I mean, hey, he added more teams to his list. The Bucks were on his list. Also, the Nets were on his list as well. It wasn't just the Heat. I know we keep focusing on the Heat, but he definitely had more teams, and the Heat was his number one choice.
Yeah.
Just like it was the number one choice for KD, just like it was the number one choice for Bradley Beal.
I'm glad they ain't getting their number one choices, man.
Absolutely. But I mean,
in other news though, boxing, man. Caleb Plant is trying to get your boy Jamal Charlo back into the ring, and I honestly think that this will be a good fight. They had drama, they had a drama backstage. Now let's go into the ring.
That way in and that promo tour be crazy.
Come on now. So I'm actually excited for that. We got Canelo and we got Jermell Charlo this weekend. So predictions before we get out of here.
Canelo.
Yeah, I'm going Canelo, and it ain't gonna be close.
Y'all see the clip I sent y'all when they asked Jermell, like, why you going to win? I'm a lion.
Yeah, I don't know what animal I hit it to be.
I don't know. whatever can be the lion, but I am that animal.
You know it's crazy. I know we got to get up out of here because the game is on, and I ain't go get my food. I don't like how you said it ain't gonna be close, AJ. I don't like how you said that.
That's fine.
Because I think it's gonna be closer than what you just said. I have Canelo winning, but I don't like how you just dismiss, the Lions out here, man. Yeah, Kenny.
All right.
You got to save our fate. He done ran through AJ and me.
I'm jumping back in that motherfucker next week, though. I went to go put in the lineup, and it wouldn't let me do it it wouldn't let me submit it for some reason. Because it worked when I be on Wi-Fi in the crib, but when I be out, I was out driving, and it wouldn't let me do it. So yeah.
What we gonna say? But hey, man, look, y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Did you just burp?
I'm sorry. I didn't think my mic would pick it up.
Bro, you look at your mic.
Jay, 2 inches away from you, bro. You know it's gonna pick up.
Bro, this is episode 216. I'm Hill. That's Cannon. That's burping ass AJ. Y'all the fools. We about to watch this game. And we out. Oh, I forgot to put the thread.